basically, I thought I'd try something a bit different. Considering that we're in 2017, I thought I'd try making some behind the scenes content for people. Mainly either to go on the channel, university, and referencing just something to kind of show my work process. My main project is The Devil's Advocate. It's animation, it's 3 to 5 minutes long, as said on the assignment, hopefully, and will basically be, it's to focus on the narrative. The narrative we were given or we're learning about is called The Hero's Journey, which, as far as I understand it, you have a character of preset programming, or like preset personality, tries to overcome an obstacle, can't. Something happens to change them, they re-overcome the obstacle and actually overcome it, and then by the end of it they're different to how they were at the beginning. So, prime example would be any film someone's seen.
This guy is a sick, twisted serial killer. Years ago, I was on the force as a detective, taking down the worst of them. Back then, I met my wife, locked away the killer, got married, and was set to settle down and have a life together. Seemed the perfect outcome.
But if that was the case, you wouldn't be here disheveled and roughed up now, would you?
Okay, so the first thing I do, I make a short synopsis of the video. And it's kind of written like a story. It's kind of, it's just a general telling of what the story will be. I usually do that in Word, and it just gets my idea onto paper. The next step I take is, if I don't have the pieces, I'll order them in, and I just pray that they get there on time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 4. I ordered 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh well. Set building. Which is just as important because then I can actually start doing stuff. Like animating, storyboarding, whatever. Before set building or after set building, I also tend to write down the scenes and locations that I'll be using. For this one, I need alleyway exterior, inside room where the devil's sat, street scene, and next door room. As well as on top of that, I do the order of scenes that will be animated in. This saves a lot of time. Trying to sort of waffle around and doing it in chronological order would mean more work. With this one, I've decided to do opening scene and last scenes together and group the scene order in which the set would actually work so that I can deconstruct the set and then move on to the next scene without having to then reconstruct the set the exact same way it was for the next scene that I could have just done already. Okay, so a bit of like behind the scenes work as to how I get the audio in for this. There's my audio bar, just setting up for the next scene, and then we import the audio. It's like desktop, Got to find it. We've got all these tracks, so if I go to like a random bit, so just check it.
Okay, since it's Dark Dealings, Scene 2, Devil Woman 1, action.
So that's all good. So what I would then do is I would then wait till I get to like the actual bit, and then I'll like wait till there's silence, cut it, delete, and then bring it all the way back to about here. And usually I leave it for about a second for it. And then when I actually do have the live feed up, as you can see right about here, where my mouse is, that's what I have to animate to. So all that audio. Sometimes I go in and I drag it along a little bit, usually to about 2 or 3rd of second frame, and then it will actually, usually it'll sort of stretch it out. So yeah, that's basically that bit. Okay, so this is still behind the scenes, more about day 6 of animating. For the past few days I've done 12-hour shifts from about 10 till 10, and it's slowly killing me, I suppose. Anyway, we're working on the devil scenes. We've just got the detective scenes done, because it's a conversation. I found it's easier to do one side of the conversation first, so that you've got that camera movement, and then you do the other side of the conversation for that camera movement, so then you're not constantly switching back into and messing up the frame if you want to use the same frame. So I've got the devil scene, I've got the alleyway scene, which I'm still waiting on someone to do the voice for the serial killer. It's only a line, it's fine. And the ending scene. And then I've got all this editing to do. And if you have a look, I've got like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17 videos of the of Dark Dealing. 17 videos. It's crazy, but I've still got the whole half. I mean, out of those 17, there's only 2, 3. About 3 of those are actually not to do with the conversation. So there's 15 conversation video clips that I've got to splice in with the other side of the conversation to actually make it. I've checked the audio. It's going to be about over 10 minutes long. I know the submission says between 3 and 5 minutes, but I can't even cut down that much. There's a couple of bits I've had to cut out because, not that they don't do anything for the story, because they do, but it was kind of an accident. I accidentally deleted those files off Dragon Frame. I still have them, but they're accidentally deleted. But yes, basically I've got so much to do, so much to edit, and a narrative reflective report afterwards. Either 2,000 words or a 10-minute video. Probably thinking the video would probably help better, just scale it down, take some notes, that kind of thing. If you look at the set, I mean, I'm about to set it up, but that's my lighting. I use sort of like the craft blue filter paper that you color paper you can get, and that's the scene I've got. I was just finishing up last night doing the detective scenes. Now it's to do the devil scenes, which I've got to switch those walls around. Then I've got all this to do, this little spectacle with them in the alleyway. I've also brought torch for muzzle flashes. That'll work, which is great. And then I've got the ending scene. So yeah, and so far for my editing, I've got that. I've got a little bit to do. I've got the whole work area to render. I've got all that kind of stuff. I've got all these files that I haven't bunged into here yet. I've recently actually found out that there's on how to do the saturation. I know that sounds stupid, but I'm pretty new to this program, so yeah, pretty glad about that actually. But yes, it's going to slowly kill me. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll start doing the next scene. Okay, it is day... oh crap. I think it was like day... Okay, it's day 6 of my SGP. It is 9:20 at night. I've worked roughly 12 hours for the 5th day in a row. Well, actually no, not 5th day in a row. Saturday, Sunday, today. 3rd day in a row. Fantastic. I am tired. I feel very ill. But I gotta keep going, because we got a deadline of Friday. And I got the report to do too. Hooray! Now as you can see, I have all these things. That's the devil... well, actually, no. Yes, that's the devil lines alone. So we have 2 different endings. All these, which are takes, and... actually, no. Each number is actually part of the animation. So 1 and 1.5, those are the takes for line 1. I am not joking. This is painful. Having to label and go through it. All the way up to 17.5. That is just the devils. And at the moment, we're up to number 10. That's the one we start tomorrow. Anyway, on top of that, I have to check the script. Make sure everything's going to plan, everything, you know, that kind of thing. And, I mean... let me just tell you, if you're gonna find someone who can do voice acting or agrees to voice act in an actual video, preferably animation, make sure they're reliable and on time and that they haven't got anything else to do. Because at the moment, I have had to wait 3 days for one sentence. Okay, let me show you where it is. Right. There. Killer. Another fine day's dealing. Hehehe. Easy money and easy kills. Living the dream life since I escaped. Then, what the? That bit is the only line I actually needed. Just another quick update. If I just go down to Premiere. This is progress. Okay, so as I've been animating, I've been adding the scenes onto a timeline. This is like the roughest edit. That's where we're up to so far. We're almost at the halfway mark. My lecturers are going to love this. Actually, I don't even know. the guidelines say 3 to 5 minutes. This is going to be just over 10, making it the longest animation I have ever done, which I will consider a short film. Not only do I have to put this into a timeline, I have to add effects, like saturation, because I decided it's going to be a noir, as well as Foley, sound effects, visual title cards, credit scenes, and I've got to do this all before Friday at 4:30 with a 2,000 word essay report or, which I might be going for, a 10-minute video explaining everything. I'm going to go for the video, because I can't write any of this down. You seriously just cannot, you cannot try and write this down, because it just won't work. Very tiredly, and not feeling too great at like 5 minutes to the 9:30 at night. I mean, my God, we're not doing too bad. According to like the scripts, just clear the rubbish out of the way. According to the scripts, we're like here, roughly. So we've got 1, 2, that page, out of the way, that page, and that page. So we're about 2 and 2/6, 2 pages and 2/6 of the way done. So that's going to be used for the muzzle flashes for that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing hopefully tomorrow. If not, I'll just do the editing scene. It's all good. So anyway, end it there.